the batting unit as well, a lot of the common players who have played the limited overs version will be donning the white flannels. A few newcomers coming. What is the first shift that the likes of Virat Kohli will have to make from blue to white?
Look, they've got to be patient. I think if you see England's got quality bowling attack as well, they've got the experience as well. If you see Jimmy Anderson and Stuart Broad, if it starts swinging and if there's overcast condition, they're the two best in the world to exploit those conditions as well. So Indian batting needs to play that hard cricket. I think they need to assess the conditions, and at the same time, sometimes they need to play very determined cricket as well. It's not about just putting runs on the board, it's about seeing the conditions as well. And sometimes the toughest thing is for the opening batsman to lay the platform as well. I think if you see any format of the game, it's the top three which sets the platform, and then the middle order can cash in. With India going with 5 specialist batters plus the wicket keeper, I think the onus is on the top 4 to get runs on the board. And your bowling attack is only as good as your batters put runs on the board as well. You can't expect bowlers to always keep getting the opposition out cheaply. The most important thing is to win test matches. Yes, bowlers win you the test matches, but it is the batters who set up the test matches as well. If you ask any of the quality bowlers, they want to have runs on the board so that they can keep attacking the opposition as well. The moment you've got less runs on the board, obviously you ask your bowlers to be defensive, and that is the first sign of being a negative going into the test match as well. You're not even thinking about winning the test match, you're only thinking about just holding on or trying to draw the test match as well. So the most important thing is try and put runs on the board, at least minimum. If you ask 350 you put on the board, and then you can ask your bowlers to be whatever they want to do.
Once that platform has been laid by the openers, one man is definitely going to be in the forefront no matter whether he wants to or he doesn't. He might be a talisman in limited overs cricket, but Virat Kohli has blossomed as a test match player. This 5 test series, could it define Virat Kohli as a test match batsman?
Absolutely not. I think you can't just keep thinking because he's had one bad tour of England that he's not a quality batter or he's not a world-class batter as well. I think there has been so many world-class batters who's not done well in certain conditions as well. If you keep asking that Virat Kohli hasn't done well in the last on the last England tour, and if he does well, he's going to be a complete world-class batter. He's already a world-class batter. There has been so many greats, so-called greats, who've hardly done well in Indian conditions as well. Someone like Ricky Ponting, he's only had one international test 100 in India, and people still call him a legend as well. So you can't define someone just because he's had one bad tour as well. He's already proved himself in every condition. So he should not be thinking on those lines that I have to prove something to someone on England tour. I think he has to be himself, and he's an important member, not because he's the captain. He's a world-class batter, and at the same time, he's someone where India expects a lot of runs from, but he can't put additional pressure on him thinking that the last tour when he went to England didn't have a great tour. So the important thing is that he's already proven to the world, and he doesn't need to prove it to anyone, that he's already probably the top 3 batters in the world at the moment.
Couldn't agree more. A couple of faces who will be coming in there. Virat Kohli, of course, will be part of the nucleus of players who have played the one-day series. The likes of Ajinkya Rahane, Cheteshwar Pujara will be coming in. Maybe not as acclimatized as the players who have played one-day cricket, but at least they've been in there for a while. Will it be a slightly different mindset for them walking into the series, having not been part of the dressing room in the first half of the summer?
Well, once again, India has got problems of plenty. You know, they'll have to choose between Vijay, Shikhar, and probably KL Rahul. You know, who to go ahead with. These kind of names will be there. Is what the general feeling is. So yes, they'll have to figure out the opening combination. 5 test match series is always one of those tricky ones. It's a long series. So as a batsman, if you are, it's so important to start the series well. As a team also, it becomes very important to start the series well, because if you don't start the series on the right tone, things can get really tough. And we've seen with teams also on these longish kind of tours, you know, where the momentum, if you don't build that, and if you don't enjoy the tour, you know, it starts becoming tougher and tougher. So that's something, you know, which Indian team needs to be wary of. The good news is, you know, Virat is going to be charged up, because he's certainly got a point to prove. You know, he's too good a batsman not to score runs in these kind of conditions. And in fact, if you look at his career as well, you know, post that England tour, you know, that helped him evolve as a player. You know, he figured out that he has to work on his technique. He needed to add a thing or two his batting. I remember, I think he spent some time with Sachin as well around that phase, and that really helped him. So I think he will be eagerly looking for the test series, and on these kind of series and the conditions which we've seen so far, if the conditions continue to be on the similar line, it will be difficult for England to get this Indian batting lineup out.